It's been about 4 days since Druski released his mega church skit, and most people agree that this particular expose showed the actual truth of what happens in many black
It
churches,
does.
especially in the black American community.
It
That
ain't
is
even just
exactly
black
who the
churches,
mega
it's
church
all
skit
churches.
was produced for, because most of us could relate to it. And this part of the skit is probably the defining moment for me.
We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal, amen. Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that.
In this portion, Druski
Nigga said life savings.
gives the opportunity for his members to give up their life savings so that he could benefit from it.
Yeah, with his Dior on and red bottoms.
And of course, I thought some major pastor in the United States would get pissed about it. And I was almost right, because a pastor did get pissed off about it.
Who was
a very
that, huh?
famous pastor
Who?
got pissed off
Who?
about it. It's not in America. This pastor has a church somewhere else.
By the way, I'm not finding anything a comedian is doing to the church funny. Don't send it to me. Don't be mad. I'm not on that. We're not laughing at what's not funny. The church is under attack. And you know how much I don't like the setting of the church. You know I don't like it. And I'm not on what they are on. But when these people run out of jokes, they just go to the church. Like, bro, like, you can think, not having it. We all came out of a church system. Some of your known actors and actresses, they were raised with those offerings there. It's within our own right, my right, as a leader, as a pastor, to correct the church. Not a joke. Churches give to their community more than rappers do.
Is that right? Probably so.
The most stingy pastor is still a better giver than the great.
A better giver, so that's the argument here, huh?
And wait, there's more.
Test rapper, because he's giving out of what he doesn't have. You know what you've been doing. You know how much you sacrifice for your community. You know what you do. You know how many people you've housed. The fact that we don't know that about other pastors does not mean it doesn't exist, because I know it exists. You can't tell someone that's been working in their community for 30, 40 years that they can't raise money. If the people don't want to give it, they should not give it. You are leaders. Separate what's funny from what's not. Don't cross the line. Don't laugh with them. Don't start gisting. It's not us. We are still the church. Churches have issues. We all have issues, and we're gonna just fight. We're gonna fight ourselves to make ourselves better, not the world put in their nose because they can't create anymore. No way.
This guy is known as Pastor Toby. His real name is Toby Adegboyega. He's actually a Nigerian, and he has a church called, I don't know if it's Nection Family. It used to be called SPAC, or SPAC Nation, which is Salvation Proclaimers Anointed Church. And as you can see, he's decked out. I mean, he has like some expensive hat on.
Yeah, it looked like he got diamond rings, a watch on with some diamonds on it. He got it looked like he got the little Gucci or Louis little thing hanging from his coat.
In the church, and
Cartier shades on.
To his Instagram, you will see all sorts of levels of luxury.
Is that right?
He has everything on, like new suits, new jewelry, new cars, everything but Jesus. Down. And it's okay for a pastor to come against Druski and say that, hey, the attack is coming against the church, if you are living a lifestyle of a man that actually is doing right by the people. I mean, I can accept this criticism if you're a pastor and you have a strong congregation and you really just think that Druski took it this far. But there are some real problems with this Toby guy.
What's that,
I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen Pastor Toby preach. I've never seen that man pray. And I don't even think I've ever seen him hold a Bible. But I've seen Birkin bags.
Oh,
I've seen
Birkin bag. What are you doing with Birkin
cars,
bag?
and now I'm seeing Davido concerts. At what point does the pastoring start?
So this young lady is saying, hey, she's never heard him praying, never heard him doing anything religious, but he's supposed to be a pastor. But guys, there is more to this.
This Pastor Toby guy. Oh, look, they're splashing money everywhere, bro. All the allegations, if they're not true, yeah, then he's done a great job getting a bunch of young people together under the banner of Jesus Christ. I just find it very strange the way they glamorize materialism. They're wearing Louis Vuittons and red bottoms and jewelry and fast cars. It's like, then you hear allegations of people getting scammed for money and
that's
stuff.
a Rolls Royce, but
it's just difficult to look at this man and not think there's more to this story.
Now, Pastor Toby targets young people to come to his church. And one of the criticisms that is about him in the UK, now he is a Nigerian guy. Number one, he's there illegally. We'll get into that later.
So he in the UK?
He typically rents out these very expensive hotel rooms. And he has these young people, give up a lot of money to be in his church. They will max out credit cards.
Credit cards.
Like, give up their school loans. And
already setting them up for failure, bro. Credit cards, bro. If he wants you to use your credit card, bro, he's already setting you up for failure.
And they would do all
that's a
kinds
false
of
prophet
stuff to make Pastor Toby happy. And this is interesting because Druski himself was making fun of preachers just like Pastor Toby, who are all about the money.
He's the one who feels attacked, not the church. The false prophets are the ones that feel attacked. You know what I'm saying?
And if we go and look at Pastor Toby's Instagram again, you tell me, was Druski not making fun of a guy like this? Down. But then it gets worse.
Imagine, man, a footballer like trying to plead his innocence and say, yo, what are you talking about? My wife has robbed me for everything and scammed me and run over, and Pastor Toby got her to do all of this. And then, the Toby guys are disgusting, man.
Now, you may not have caught all of that, right? But the young man is saying this is disgusting behavior from the Pastor Toby. Well, see, what happened was in 2024, there was a Nigerian soccer player by the name of Kayode Olaronwahu.
He got finessed by his wife.
He initiated a divorce against his wife, Azine Dora.
Oh, okay.
Now, he accused his wife of stealing, kidnapping, and then having an affair with the famous UK-based pastor, Toby, among other men since they
What do you mean kidnapping?
got married. So basically, according to what was going on in the blogs in the Nigerian community in the UK and all across the diaspora of Nigeria, was that Pastor Toby was using this lady to siphon funds from her soccer-playing husband to give to him. It was a big story all across
Master P, that nigga push a big P, big pimp.
the internet. And again,
yeah, got the suit on, looking fly, nigga.
this is what that Druski was making fun of.
Wow.
I mean, obviously,
got the diamond chain around his neck, man.
Wait,
I'm not gonna say I see anything necessarily wrong with that, bro. But if you a full-time pastor, a full-time church nigga, it's like, bro, okay, this money is clearly coming from that, bro. And then it's like, you want people to max out their credit cards? I get church is all about God and religion is all about God and Jesus and this, that, and third. But if you actually care about the people of the church or whatnot, bro, having them max out credit cards, bro, you could teach them financial literacy as well. It doesn't just always have to be about God. You could teach them real life principles that will actually have them succeed in life, bro. Financial literacy being one of them. You know what I'm saying? They see you with all this drip on, but they not getting like that, and they praying for success and praying for wealth, but they don't know how to get it because all they doing is praying, is listening to the prayer that you're giving them, and apparently you're not even praying, nigga. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. If you really care about your people, you really want them to do better for themselves, to actually become successful, bro. What are they teaching niggas other than, oh, God told me to tell you this today on this good Sunday? Like, what the fuck?
Siphoned funds from her soccer playing husband to give to him. It was a big story all across the internet. And again, this is what that Druski was making fun
crazy.
of. I mean, obviously it is. But then, wait a minute. There's more.
Bro, Pastor told me needs to get cancelled like yesterday, like genuinely. One time I found myself in a Spat Nation service, yeah. Bro, all these guys were talking about was just their giving story, giving all their money to the church. Bro, at least 4 different representatives or whatever, they came up here and they was just talking about how they had no money in their account, all the last piece they had, they put it all to the church. They had no way of getting home, they still found a way to get home. I'm thinking, bro, and you call this preaching, bro. Even when Pastor Toby himself came on, all he spoke about, all he said, bro, he couldn't even give me a proper scripture, bro. All he just said was, even if you have no money to go home, give all the last money you have to the church. I'm like, bro, how are people falling for this level of hypnosis, bro?
Bro, the average person that goes to church, this isn't everybody, but the average person that goes to church are not people that can think for themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like they have to go to church. If you feel like you have to go to church to become a better person in life, you're the fucking problem, and it's never gonna happen. Because you're not thinking for yourself. You're not moving on your own accord. You're not wanting better for yourself, actually. Because you will actually, in real life, make the steps day to day that needs to be done to become that better person. Not just go to church on Sunday and pray for better. And then you keep living how you living and wondering why shit ain't working out in your way, bro. like that shit is crazy, bro. You do not have to go to church for this shit, bro. All church is, especially the bigger the church is, bro, is all about money, bro. It's all about money, bro. All tithes and gatherings should be is to keep the power on, keep the bills paid at the church. And if the church is giving back to the community, bro, just like these businesses, financial institute, you could walk into a credit union and see their balance sheet damn near of their assets. Why you can't do that at churches? Whenever you go to a church, you should be able to see, okay, this church raised this amount of money and this is what it's going to, this, that, and the third. Like, all that should be fucking clear as fuck. It should be posted. You know what I'm saying? So if you give money to this church, you know where it's going. You know what I'm saying? Back to school drives. People need food for Thanksgiving, Christmas gifts. You could come here. Angel trees. I ain't seen not one. Do churches do angel trees? Maybe them big ones do. I don't know. Do churches do angel trees? It's always food banks and shit like that that's giving food, and in hospitals that's doing angel trees, and like, it's never a church though. Never a church. I'm about to build my own church, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put the balance sheet on the wall. This is a non-profit, and everybody, whenever you come in here, whatever's donated, it's gonna be all the money that's given in tithes and gatherings for that day is gonna be added up, and the whole church is gonna know how much it is, and then this is our goal we're trying to reach before we start dispersing it for this reason and that reason. They don't want to do that though, because it's all about God. It's all about God, huh? Right.
Bro, how are people falling for this level of hypnosis, bro?
So Pastor Toby in the UK, not only is he out here, wearing all of this luxury stuff, he's forcing his members into being poor. They're giving their last money where they can't even, let's just say, for example, go home from the church service.
Yeah, it's different if you're giving your last money. You should never give your last money, but you should only give what you can give. But it's different if you're actually receiving that back in some type of way, bro. Most people aren't receiving that shit back in some type of way, bro.
Imagine that. You go to church to find
not
the
with
Lord,
niggas like
and
this,
find
bro.
yourself not being able to
Joel
go home
Osteens
because
and
Pastor
shit.
Toby needs
It's a
his money
business,
to
man.
buy a whole new outfit, and you're in financial distress. Again, this is something that Druski was trying to make fun of, while Pastor Toby is trying to call. The only real fat thing that's going on here is how fat your pockets are from breaking your members. But wait, there's more.
I was actually beginning to think that this guy was going to get away with all the things that he has done, Do you see how God works? Man said you're going back to Nigeria first class tomorrow. One-way ticket back to Nigeria, back to square one. Let him wear his designer clothes to the airport. If he likes, as he's on his way, he can even be singing Drippy, Drippy. Toby, before you get to the airport, please make sure you do a drip check. We want to see how your drip is. And make sure you film it as well. No more Fendi, 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 Fendi. Offending people in Fendi. If you like, then go to Nigeria and be offending people in Fendi there.
So that shit said $1.87 million fraud and lost a deportation battle.
But this pastor,
This nigga got deported.
is supposed to be facing deportation from the UK over a 1.87 million pound fraud. And for you guys that want to know what that is in US dollars, it's $2.5 million.
Yeah.
He appealed this case and lost it, and he's supposed to be, going back to Nigeria at any point now.
Damn.
And it's interesting that a guy that has these many problems is talking about the fact that Druski is coming against the church. And the reality is that hit dogs tend to holler once they're being exposed.
Bro, niggas who dress the best with these suit and ties and shit, bro, are the biggest scammers and fraudsters ever, bro. I be telling y'all this shit, bro, because they're selling an image, bro. If I came dressing like this, I'm not gonna sell the same type of real estate agents do it. The bank tellers do it. They're regular everyday people, bro, who have a mind of their own that can do whatever the fuck they want to do with their power and their position, bro. It makes them no different, bro. That all they doing is putting on something that sells the image, bro. Just like a rapper that has to put on the big chain, has to go to jail to get more street cred and this, that, and the third, bro, to sell your album. Oh, it's no different. It's no different, bro. I see right through the bullshit every time, bro. That suit doesn't impress me, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking con artists, bro. The designer clothes, that shit doesn't impress me. The diamond chains, that shit does not impress me, bro. I see right through it. All they do they're good marketers. They're good con men. You know what I'm saying? They're scammers, bro. Look at this nigga, man. And the way someone speaks as well is another way that you can tell. Like, okay, this person talks really fucking good, bro. Because he knows how to sell you the fucking dream. That's all it is, bro.
Tend to holler once they're being exposed.
That's why my YouTube channel is struggling, because I'm not good at selling fucking images and talking the best and this, that, and the third, bro. Like, what the hell? That's why I don't do music videos like that, bro. I don't have no image to sell, bro. This is me for real. Like,
if you look at this guy and the problems that he's having,
I don't have to come on here with a fresh cut every time I do a video, every time I make a song, every time I do this, every time I do that. I don't have to do certain things, bro. I don't want to. I can. It would help. Yeah. But I don't have to, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not leading people astray.
In his personal life, I mean, imagine you're coming from a place like Nigeria. You come into the UK. You come in and you target the youth. And then what you're doing is stealing their money. What you're doing is taking from them. What you're doing is making people poor so that you can live your life. And then when somebody makes fun of what you're doing, you don't have any accountability for it,
right? Because
the person's talking about you.
I'm gonna just flare that. This like, bro, female wear pants like that, bro. Females wear pants with that flared bottom and shit, bro. A lot of this drip these niggas be wearing ain't drip. That shit is rainbow.
Now, this is also interesting because this person, Druski, is in Atlanta. He's, not even thinking about the black UK. But it just goes to show how inspired that many of these African pastors are by black American church culture. They
black American in general,
really want to be, in many cases, like black Americans. They even want to adopt the worst part of black American church culture and then transpose that to what they see in the UK.
Bro, it's not even just black American. This is not just black American churches, bro. We need to make that clear right now, bro. This is church on every level, bro. The same shit is happening in China. The same shit is happening in India. Same shit is happening in fucking Russia. You know what I'm saying?
It's transpose that to what they see in Nigeria, and they're doing it all because of wealth. But the reality is that eventually that comes to a stop. Now,
we're not gonna sit here and act like Joel Osteen isn't the biggest fraud, nigga. How rich is that nigga? That nigga probably got tens of millions, if not hundreds.
This guy said that if he goes back to Nigeria and if he's deported back there, it's no problem. He'll be even 10 times richer than what he is being in the UK. And you know what? I believe him. He will definitely be successful because everybody is looking for clout in religion, when really religion is hard work, guys. To be a Christian,
yeah, you got to sell your soul to that shit,
discipline.
bro.
I know in today's world, everybody's looking for clout. Everybody's looking for Instagram photos. Everybody is looking for everything but the reality of.
I'm not gonna say it's anything wrong with putting yourself on the internet like that, bro. It's not about clout. It's just about spreading the message or whatever, bro. Like, you know, showing your life, you know. But a lot of people take it way too far.
And most times, the religion is about serving a greater purpose, serving your community, serving God through your community, rather, which is more primary, and living a life, because this life is not always. And so this life is a test. And then you go on and you get your other riches in glory. And the riches you're looking for in almost any religious setting is called what? It's called eternity. We are all fighting for eternity because this life is but a few days, right? And God's eternity is forever. And so you get these guys that are saying, no, give up God's eternity forever for some clout for a few days. And then at the same time, you have these preachers who are in the churches and nothing about them is about God. I mean, you have this man who's not even married and he has kids. I mean, he's sleeping with women. I mean, there's nothing about what he's talking about. There's no scriptural basis to any of his sermons. And that's just what it is. He can get mad if he wants, but people like him are going to be exposed. People are going to eventually find out. And once they do, things will just get worse and you'll have to get a regular job like the rest of us.
Pastors are not perfect. Like I said, everybody's human, bro. They got their own problems, bro. These people are not perfect. These rappers are not perfect street niggas. like they're these pastors. What any level you want to look at it on, bro. These niggas are not perfect. They have shit going on in their life, bro. Like he said, this man is not married. You know what I'm saying? Which is not that big of a problem. But when you're looked at as a pastor or whatever like that, and you're not married and you're preaching this and you're preaching that and you're sleeping around with women, of course it's going to look bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not keeping it real. Like, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at y'all on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the name.